This is becoming a farce, Sharmila.
Well, then let's see who has the last laugh.
Chand.
You know, she really keeps you on a tight leash, doesn't she?
Oh, yeah? Then how come you're the one with the noose around your neck?
You two boys stop bickering and let's get down to some serious work.
Okay, it's your show, Sharmila. Go on.
Pawan, why are we fighting like this? After all, we're both sarkars.
Yes, it's tragic, isn't it?
And I'm not going to pay any attention to your silly comments. I know what you want me to do. You want me to get angry with you and ask you to leave, and then your father will be angry with me and he'll be on your side fully.
Interesting. So are you going to ask me to leave?
If she was, you'd be out on your butt a long time ago.
No, Pawan, darling. How can I ask you to leave? After all, this is your house, as you so rightly pointed out the other day.
So what's on your agenda?
Look, Bete. I know how stubborn you are, so I won't try and convince you anymore. I have some suggestions about the trust fund which I'd like to put to you.
Ah, so we finally get to the point.
You see, as you very intelligently pointed out the other day, your Dadu's will is crystal clear. You inherit the fund, and since your father isn't contesting the will or anything, it goes directly to you.
Unless, of course, you suddenly decide to sign it over.
You know, Chand, you should have been a UN negotiator.
You think so?
Yeah. Well, for one, you'd get to travel to some exotic places. Bosnia, Serbia, Rwanda, the moon.
Look, boys, please, let's get back to the point now. The question is, why should Pawan sign it over? Unless, of course, he's so intent on fulfilling his Dadu's dream that he is willing to forsake the material benefits.
What are you talking about?
We found a technical sub-clause, shall we say.
A legal loophole.
Yes, if you shall refer to page 23, para 4.
Oh, no,
sub-clause
forget about these
11.
legal clauses, please. They bore me so much. You can do all that later. Let's just get to the point.
Basically, the Dakshineshwar Haveli was being managed by Sharmila the last few years at your grandfather's request. Now she's invested a fair sum of her own money for its upkeep and maintenance. Now this sub-clause effectively gives her the right to continue to maintain the Haveli in any manner as she deems fit. She even has a power of attorney from your grandfather authorizing her to do so.
So you see, Pawan, it means that I can do whatever I want with the property.
But what about the artist colony, the school, and that was Dadu's dream?
Yes, but as you know, I'm not much of a dreamer, Pawan. I prefer action to fantasy.
So you're going to destroy everything that my grandfather did all his life to spite me?
Oh, no, not to spite you. I just want to do what's practical.
In plain English, Pavan, old friend, if you'd like to continue your grandfather's dream of a spiritual and artistic revival at Dakshineshwar, Sharmila would be glad to hand over the property to you.
In exchange for?
The trust fund, naturally, darling. After all, even dreams have a price.
Shiv, what are you doing here?
Is it a wrong time? Should I come back later?
That's okay. What's this about?
I need to talk to you about a problem. May I come in?
Well, actually, I was a little busy.
It won't take long. It's about Vinita and your divorce.
Okay, come in. So what's the problem, Shiv? What do you want to discuss?
It's kind of delicate.
And how can I help?
I want you to talk to Vinita.
About what?
About Ashok Mathur.
What about Mathur?
This guy is blackmailing Vinita, Aakash.
Blackmailing her? How's that possible?
You see, Ashok Mathur owns a major stake in my agency. Now, through his considerable influence, he's got a very important client for the agency.
So what does that have to do with blackmail?
So Ashok Mathur now is using his influence to ask this client to leave and destroy the agency, even though it means a financial loss to him.
So why would he want to do it?
To discredit Vinita professionally.
Why would Mathur want to discredit Vinny?
He's not going to do it, he's threatening to do it.
And this is what you call blackmail?
Yes.
That means if she doesn't do something for him, he'll do it.
Exactly.
And what does he want from her?
What any man wants from a woman.
Oh, don't worry about Piyush. He can knock at all the doors he wants and he won't get anywhere. I think he forgets that Delhi is my area. Yep, he'll knock a few more doors, then he'll come crying home like a baby. Oh, Mr. Mishra, thanks for all the information, huh? And don't worry about the tender. I'll let you know on Saturday. Okay? Bye. Michelle, can you get your feet off the table, please, and walk them into my office?
My feet weren't on the table, sir. I was working on the PC.
Michelle, I was just pulling your leg.
Security call from downstairs. Mrs. Mathur is on her way up.
My mother? That's strange because my mother's been dead for 7 years.
I met your wife, sir.
Ah, Tanaz. And that's Tanaz Patel, not Mrs. Mathur. Yes. And Michelle, also, I'm expecting a call from a lawyer who's handling Abhimanyu's case. Just in case he calls while Tanaz is in, can you take a message and tell him I'll call him back? Okay?
Is it true then that you're getting him out of prison?
What's this, Michelle? A bold desire?
No, sir, no. In fact,
Michelle, sweetheart, can you shut the door on your way out, please?
You look like a cat who's just swallowed a rat. So which one of your political or business rivals died today, Ashok?
And you look like a mouse without a house.
So have you drawn up the papers?
Well, they would be ready if my lawyers weren't working on getting your ex-employee out of the mess that you got him into. It's gonna take a couple of days.
Well, I need some money.
Don't we all?
Just sign me a check.
So that's what you're here for, huh? Money, filthy money.
Money isn't filthy, Ashok. Only the hands it passes through. They're either clean or dirty.
But you'd be amazed what people are willing to do to get their hands on it. Anyways, how much you want?
Just sign it. I'll fill the amount in later.
Blank check?
You've always given me blank checks.
That was when you were a preferred client of this bank. Apparently you've got some new bankers of late.
Now don't start with me.
I'm not starting with you, Tanaz. I'm finished.
Just sign the check.
Okay. So that's it, Tanaz, huh? Wham, bam, thank you, Sam. In fact, there wasn't even a thank you in that.
Oh, and don't try anything funny with Aakash. I know how you do things, Ashok. If you do, they'll be sorry you ever knew.
Believe me, honey, I already am.
इतनी सुबह यहाँ क्या कर रहे हो?
I'm shooting a film.
A film? But where's the camera, the crew, the actor?
I'm the camera and the crew. You're the actor.
Which film are we shooting?
Karan.
But haven't we shot this film before?
Yes, in which you played the part of a young girl who's kept confined in darkness all her life because she has the ability to tell the future.
Yes. And this strange man comes to town because he's heard of my powers and he wants to see if they're true. And he falls in love with me. And he ultimately releases me from my confinement.
Remember the last scene in the film in which you emerge into the life for the first time in your life?
How could I forget, Mohan? We were shooting in Nagra, Madhya Pradesh. God, how can I forget? I got so involved with the scene that I could feel the light in every pore, seeping into my skin like some miraculous fluid, like some transfusion.
Even Bankimda, behind the camera, was moved by your performance.
Mohan, why did you think of this scene in Pehli Kiran?
Because you have confined yourself in darkness now, and it's time to emerge into the light again.
What darkness?
Grief, anguish, pain, rejection.
Mohan, you're not making any sense.
You are an actress, Varsha, and you have found a way to take all the responses to life and sublimate them into art by externalizing them into beautiful performances.
So? Doesn't every actor do that?
Most of them just read the scenes and do what the director tells them. But some take the scene, the character, the emotions, and transform them into life. If the setting, the direction, and the script are an imitation of life, then what the actor gives it is the stuff of life itself. Like you breathe life into Deepa in Pehli Kiran, and she will live forever in those frames of celluloid long after you, the actor, and I, the director, have turned to ashes.
Mohan? Is my father dead?
Yes.
But he's still here. I can feel him in this very room, Mohan.
Yes.
Then I'm not mad. Not like I and Shweta and Aakash and Vinita and everybody think I am.
No.
Why can't I believe them, Mohan? I know he's here. I can feel him here. I can see him sitting at that desk. And any minute now he's going to say to me, Vashu, do you want some tulsi chai?
Tulsi ki chai? I was going to make one for myself anyway.
Mohan, why can't I believe anybody? With every sense in my being, I can feel him in this room.
Because you have that rare gift, Varsha. The gift of taking bits of dialogue, a fake setting, a director's instruction, and transforming it into the living persona of a being. You have the gift of making people who don't exist come alive. You have the gift of life itself.
Mohan, you do understand.
But nobody else does. And you can't expect them to. Like you can't expect a non-actor to read scenes from a script and believe that they are living beings, flesh and blood characters.
What do I do?
Help me write a film and act in it.
Karar?
A film on your father's life. I have a concept. I've called it Dastakhat.
You mean that?
The sanity you'll only find in the madness of acting. Trust me. You've trusted me in all the films we've made so far. I'm asking you to trust me again.
Mohan, you know, I now know why you remembered that scene in Pehli Kiran. Because in a sense, I'm like Deepa, trapped in the darkness. And you're like Ashwin, leading me into the light.
Open your eyes, Varsha. Look. It's a beautiful day.
What's wrong? You look hassled.
Something's come up, Shama. Situation.
What situation?
New problem.
So what else is new?
Look, why don't you just listen to me? I'm having enough trouble trying to cope as it is.
Take it easy.
What did I say?
I'm sorry, it's just me. I'm so confused.
Confused about what? Oh my God. Amanda came over here, didn't she? The bitch.
Don't call her that. She's my...
What? She's your what, Fritz?
Forget this. I need some air.
Don't go out like that. Tell me what's bugging you.
I know you're involved with your custody case and all that. And I promised to help you as much as I could. And that's exactly what I'm doing. But give me some room to breathe, okay?
Help me out? Is that what you call it? Prithvi, you're my husband.
Yeah, but...
But what?
I can't talk to you about it right now. You finish your custody case and then I'll tell you.
Tell me what? Is this about that bigamy thing? Did you tell her about what the lawyer said? About Indian marriage law and all that?
This is not about the bigamy thing. It's more than that.
What is it then?
Later.
Prithvi, there is no later. If we want this marriage to work, we can't keep any secrets from each other.
This is not a secret. Even I didn't know about it until I spoke to my father yesterday.
What?
That Amanda is pregnant with my child.
Oh my God, Prince. What does that mean?
What does that mean? That means that I am going to be a father. Me. Can you believe that? Who couldn't be tied down by anything or anybody. It's the craziest thing I've ever heard.
You like it, don't you? I can see it in your face. You're happy.
I'm happy. My head feels like it's going to explode. Is that happiness?
So where does that leave us?
You know that doesn't make a difference to us. I've told you that.
Come on, Pritz. Get real. I mean, it was different when it was you and Amanda splitting up. Now it's the baby too. It's your baby. And that makes all the difference. Let's face it, we got married because I wanted to get my baby back. What are you gonna do now? Are you gonna go back to her? Are you gonna leave me?
Look, that's exactly what I've been sitting here trying to figure out. What to do next.
I think I know what you're gonna do next.
So, have you come to any decision?
No,
Thought as much. Quite content to delay as long as possible, no?
I'm not doing that. I need more time.
Time. So, once this matter is settled, are you going to go back to Toronto or join your friends in Bombay?
I don't know. I'm not sure.
But you are going to continue to practice law.
I'm not sure.
My, so many decisions. What's happened to you suddenly? You used to be so sure of yourself, so devoted to justice, truth, and all those great ideals. Why have you changed?
Why are you asking?
I'm just curious, I suppose. Are you worried that I'm going to use it against you? Papa, I'm still your stepmother. However much you may dislike me, I have nothing personal against you.
Well, I can't say the same.
Jage. I've learned to live with it. But you're an interesting person, Pavan. And I'm interested in what motivates people. You could say, I suppose, that people are my hobby.
You know, when I was here last time, I couldn't wait to get back to Toronto. Couldn't wait to get back to my office, my cases. At that time, the law was the only future I could conceive of. And Toronto was the only place I wanted to make my home. And then I found that the law in Canada didn't really want me as much as I wanted the law. And that no matter what, the people in Canada would always look upon me as an Indian. No matter what my citizenship papers said.
Racial prejudice?
No, not at all. It's more to do with the fact that Indians who've been away for many years suddenly come back wanting to find their roots, and it's as if...
Hello? Asha, I'll call you back. Yeah. Okay. Tell me, I'm listening.
Oh no, I've just been meandering on as usual. Besides, I don't know why on earth I'm telling you all this.
I suppose when something's so important to you, you have to tell someone.
I suppose so.
But you don't trust me, no?
You don't want me to answer that question.
Well, whatever you may think, I'm not your enemy. I'm just trying to do the same thing that you are,
Which is?
which is trying to find my own way in life.
Is that what I'm doing?
Obvious, Ajay. You've become disillusioned with life, cynical, bitter. Things that used to mean a lot to you don't mean that much anymore. They've become colorless, insipid, like curry without mirchi. You're looking for the taste of life.
Looking to spice up my existence.
I've noticed you don't eat that much anymore. What is it you don't like my cooking?
Nonsense, Sharmila. Everyone knows it. Your kitchen, God, it's famous all over Delhi for its cooking. Why wouldn't I eat it?
But you don't eat. Because no food tastes the same to you. Because life itself has lost its flavor.
So what should I do?
I can't answer that, Pawan. That's for you to find out. I can only show you the problem.
What is the problem?
The problem is that you have nothing left to care about.
And you do?
Of course I do. I have a goal that I'm working towards. And I will work towards it until I succeed. That is what I'm living for.
One goal to live for. One taste of glory.
What?
Oh, nothing. Just an old poem written by a friend many years ago.
Friends. Now that your MII problems are solved, you don't even have that to occupy you. Forgive me, Pawan, but I really think you could do a lot better than just practice law.
What could be more meaningful and rewarding than practicing law?
Living? Think about it, Pawan. Yes, I want the trust fund. I'm not going to be a hypocrite. But I also want you to make the right decision. Sometimes both sides can win. And nobody loses. That's the difference between life and football.